Hello and welcome to Stable and Scale, one of the places where you can learn and share wisdom. I am Lakshman. Today we are going to discuss about resizing your images from large to thumbnail size in Python. That's the thing we are going to see. So without wasting any time, let's get started. The things we'll be discussing is it's by default what's involved, how it works and how to implement. What's involved, which is pretty much simple, it's Python, which is using by the lot of backend processor, and I highly recommend you to use for your backend processor and some dirty works using Python, because it's very simple and it's very we can write a 4 line of code for doing the job done. And the second thing which been required us to know is below. Below is a package which is used for my image manipulations on Python. So that's the package we'll be using, and it has various purpose. Today we are going to use only for resizing the images. Okay. The next thing is how it works. First we'll need to set up a Python environment, which we need to download the Python and install in our system. That's fine. Second thing which need is we need to install that below packages in the Python. We will create a virtual environment and how to install it, and we will see in the demo section. Then we need to write some piece of codes for to process the images into bits and small, large and other sizes, and we will use some URLs to test it whether it works or not. So we will find out how it performs. And for the writing this code, you need a VS Code and a Python need to be installed. So these are all the things. So jump into the code and write some code Python. To set up the Python environment in your system, you need to download the latest version of Python in your system. Where if you are using Windows, you can just go to the directly from the Microsoft Store. You can download 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 and 12 beta. What we are going to do is we are going to use a Python 11, which I have already installed it. So you can see there was a Python 11, it's actually installed. So you can download it from directly, you can install it from here, or you can just go here and download it from here. If you are using Linux or Mac OS, you can just select whichever option you want and you can get start installing your Python. And once it is done, just type Python version. If you are downloading in Windows, directly it adds to the .bar environment path. If you are using Mac or Linux, you need to add those in your terminal profile. So kindly check out the steps and install in your system. Once that is done, what we are going to do is I already created a folder called resize images, and I already have a Python. And in this, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to create a virtual environment. Virtual environment is nothing but whenever I install some packages into the Python, it goes directly to the file programming files, its main library. Instead of that, I am creating a virtual environment, so I won't be any conflicts with other Python projects. So what I'm going to do is Python -m venv dot venv. So it will create a virtual environment for me. Once it is done, you can see there was a .venv file here. Let's hit complete. Okay, now it's got completed. What I'm gonna do is .venv script activate. Now I am into this virtual environment. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna pip install that pillow pillow. I can do by this option, or I'm gonna open up the code VS Code. There will be two ways you can install your packages. If you want to have a library or some kind of file, or if you worked on Node, there was a package or JSON file you want to maintain which version of the package you've installed, you can just go and create requirements.txt. In the requirement.txt, once it's get created, you can just put the pillow, and we need one more library called requests, ILLOW and requests. So as I'm gonna fetch the URL from the image which is on the cloud, I'm using request. If you are going to use only from the local path, request is not needed. For pillow, this is the package. What I'm going to do now is pip install hyphen or it's for requirements.txt. Now what will happen is it will download a pillow and its required packages, then and it installs the request also. Now my packages got ready, so you can see there will be libraries here, and the pillow is up here and request is up here. So the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a file called index.py. Okay, so I have a handy piece of code which already there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just use the existing code, files, image process, and before that let's get some images. Images, let's pick this one. Any free images. Let's pick some image and get back to you. I just got the image from the pixels image. One of the images this, which is a very good image where you can crop and do some resizing options for this. So as we already seen, there was a code here. I'm just gonna copy and paste it. Let me showcase what the code actually looks like. So I have defined 4 different ranges, which is thumbnail, small, medium and large. These are the sizes, and I'm getting the actual image on a byte IO, which is response of content which from the image which I am sending this one. So then I am making a copy and resizing with the thumbnail image size, and I'm saving. That's it. And we need to create this resize folder here for it to get it saved, or else we can even use import OS for us to create a path and we can even save it. So for the sake, I'm creating the folder and I'm gonna start running it. And you can even, for debugging purposes, you can just go and type Python. There is lot of packages which are available. One which need to be is Python and Python extend packages, which has a lot of required and IntelliSense and everything, which is for the VS Code. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna press F5. It's asking me a Python file which I need to run. So for that, let's put some breakpoints. Here it is enough, so I'm gonna run, type it, what it's gonna do is it comes to debugger here, and the images URL is this. What happening here is it converted the actual image into binary sets, just JPGs. Then it makes a copy and the sizing is changed and it will save. I'm just gonna can see the image says in thumbnail small, medium and large. Let's check out our images actually, how it looks. It's, you see, these all are the images. This is in 1200 into 900, 600 into 450, and it's 300 into 225, then 100 into 75. So this is our actual configuration, and this got resized based on the base width and the height sizing. Okay, so this is actually large, medium, small, thumbnail. So we are able to generate from thumbnail, small, medium and large images of from the URL. If you want to do it from your local, what you can able to do is we can skip this request, and instead of the IO options we can directly put our local input URL, and it can still work out. And I will provide you the comments for URL, and for getting the path I will add a line of piece of code on the description, so you can use your path also for your converting your actual image in and resizing into various options. So that's it on the demo side in Python. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification on so you won't miss out any new video. Until then, see you in the next one.